Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial and it's just going to be for some summer makeup. So this is going to be the look. It's really simple. I'm only going to be using some sunscreen as kind of a base for my makeup. I'm not going to use foundation, just my powder, a little bit of bronzer and blush. And then there's about 2 colors on my lid, and I feel like the liquid eyeliner that I use really just brings the look together and kind of gives it that polish that it needs. So yeah, if you're interested in how to get this look, keep watching. So I'm going to start off using this Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Sunblock. Then I'm going to use this e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer. I'm going to apply that to both sides. And then I'm just going to pat it in, very gently, being sure not to really tug. And this is a really sheer formula, so you can kind of add a lot and then it just shears out. Next, I'm going to take Benefit's Powder Flage with a MAC 224 Special Edition brush from a holiday set. And it's kind of fluffy. And I'm just going to dip it right into the powder, just kind of load up my brush. And then I'm going to tap it off, and then I'm going to add that right where I put my concealer just to set it and make sure it doesn't crease throughout the day. Now that my under eye concealer is all set with the powder flage, I'm going to take my Maybelline Dream Mousse Concealer in Light, which is 4 to 5, and I'm going to apply that on any blemishes I have, just with my finger, just to make sure that I can blend everything out, and the heat of my finger is gonna really heat up the concealer, so it's really gonna kind of mesh with my skin really nicely. And as you can see, I do not have perfect skin whatsoever, so just gonna try to mask that. And if it doesn't get covered up right away, don't keep adding on concealer, because then it's just gonna look cakey. So just kind of reduce the appearance of any blemishes, but don't try to cover them up completely unless you have a really full coverage concealer. So I'm just gonna take this and kind of put it over any red spots I have. My cheeks kind of get kind of red in certain spots, so I'm gonna put it there. And then once I'm done with that, I'll just kind of make sure that all the edges of where I place my concealer are blended out. Now with my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Medium Plus, I'm just going to use a Sigma SS187 and just give a light dusting to my face to set any of the other concealer that I've just applied, and just to make sure that it doesn't smudge or wear off throughout the day. And I can kind of go over where I put my powder flage just to make sure that there's a nice blending spot between the powder flage and my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Now that my powder's all on, I'm going to be using my NARS Orgasm Laguna Duo with a 168 brush from Sigma, and I'm going to go into the Laguna side and just kind of bronze my face on my cheekbones and up into my temple, and then down my chin and my neck. Just kind of all the natural parts that the sun would hit me. Next, I'm going to be taking the Orgasm side, and I'm just going to lightly dust that over my apples of my cheeks. I'm going to be taking Painterly and just putting that all over my eyelid up into my brow bone, just to give my eyeshadow something to really stick to. And just make sure that this is all blended out. Next, I'm going to be taking my Stila palette. It was $10. It's the It Girl palette. And I'm going to be taking Kitten, which is this lighter pink color, with a Sigma 239. And I'm just going to dip that right into the Kitten color. And I'm going to place that all over my lid, kind of packing it on to try to get the least amount of fallout as possible, because as it is very shimmery, there is a lot of fallout. This is also great if you were to foil it, which is just using it with some kind of water and just packing it on the lid the same way. So you're just going to put that all over the lid. Now with an SS222, you're just going to blend out any harsh edges or any excess buildup of color. And just make sure that you do this on both sides wherever you place your eyeshadow, just because there can be a lot of fallout, so it can sweep some away. Now with this soft brown color, using an SS224, you're just going to dip the tip right in, and you're going to place this right in the crease, doing windshield wiper motions, and just make sure it's blended out as always. Now using a pencil brush and going into the darkest color of this eyeshadow quad, you're just going to pick up a little bit and tap it off and just place it right into the outer V. Now we're going to take the 224 again and just blend out any harsh edges that we've made with our darkest brown color. Now with an SS227, we're going to go into the lightest shade of the quad and just place that on our brow bone, just to give it some lift. Now I'm just going to use a clear brow gel to keep my eyebrows in place. Now taking L'Oreal's Liner Intense in black, I'm going to apply this to my upper lash line, just to give myself a polished look with a slight wing. I didn't do this on camera because I feel like I'm really bad at it. Using an SS212, I'm going to go into the darkest shade of the eyeshadow quad again, and I'm going to place that under my lower lash line. Kind of a smudged out effect, but this really keeps the look looking sort of natural. Now taking a Q-tip, I'm just going to clean up any harsh edges and just kind of give it more of a blended look. I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm just going to apply some mascara. Now I'm going to be using Rimmel's Airy Fairy, and this is just a really nice pretty pink with some gold undertones. So this is the finished look, and I hope you all enjoyed watching. I hope you guys can try this look out soon for some kind of date night or a day out with your friends.